What's up, guys? I'm Noah Cooper with Athletic Body Systems. Today I want to talk a little bit about free weight training versus machine training and kind of talk about the differences between barbells and dumbbells and how that kind of stacks up against machines. I just want to share my own thoughts and talk about my experiences with each of these. I know there's a lot of people who kind of fall into different camps when it comes to talking about each of these training tools. So on one end of the spectrum, you have people that say the barbell is the king of all training tools. Nothing else compares to a barbell. You don't need any other piece of equipment. And then you've got people on the other end of the spectrum saying the exact opposite, saying that machines are the most stable, therefore you can build the most muscle with them. So I kind of fall somewhere in the middle, and I think most people do as well. So I just want to kind of share my thoughts on each of these. I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to barbells versus dumbbells, free weights versus machines. So I just kind of want to clear that up a little bit and explain to you guys why it's better to use these things in conjunction with each other rather than trying to separate them and stack them up against each other, if that makes sense. So for example, if we talk about chest training, the barbell bench press is an amazing chest builder if you know how to do the exercise correctly. So you can load up a lot of weight on this. It's very stable. If you're a strength-oriented person, if you're an athlete, the barbell bench press is the way to go for building upper body strength. It's much easier to add weight to a barbell than it is a dumbbell because dumbbells, you go up in 5-pound increments per hand, whereas on a barbell, you can put 5 pounds total on the bar, so you can have those smaller increments and get more exact weights on there. Now, there's a lot of people that say dumbbells are better than barbells when it comes to benching, and I think that the people who say that really don't know how to bench press correctly. I see a lot of people really misuse dumbbells. A lot of people do a lot of half reps and stuff, but I'll hear comments and stuff. I'll see what people say online, and they'll say that their chest really didn't start growing until they started using the dumbbell bench. Therefore, dumbbell bench is better for muscle growth. And you have to ask yourself, was their chest not growing before because they weren't doing dumbbell bench? Or was their chest not growing before because they were only doing the barbell bench press? And now they're using 2 exercises, therefore it's growing better. You see what I'm saying? So you have to pick exercises that are going to complement each other because there's no single exercise that's perfect and trains the muscle with every function and gives you everything that you're going to be able to get. So you can't get a really super deep stretch in your pecs with a barbell, but you can with dumbbells if you know how to use them correctly. But barbells are more stable than dumbbells, so you can really push harder and you don't have to worry so much about coordination. And then you have machine presses. Some machines are kind of hit or miss, but if you can find a good machine press exercise that really lets you get your hands back and you can kind of converge to the top, then that's going to be a great option. You could probably pick that over the dumbbell bench press and make amazing gains doing that. I always urge you guys to pick more than one exercise per muscle group. Again, there's no such thing as a perfect exercise. You have to combine exercises together so that they can fill in the gaps. So for example, squats and leg presses. Whenever I do squats, the hardest part of the exercise is down at the bottom and then trying to get back up out of the very bottom portion of the exercise. If I do something like a seated leg press, it feels challenging all the way through. It's harder at the lockout, and I really feel it down here, like in my VMO area of my quads. And I don't really feel that at all during the squats. So it's not so much, squat versus leg press. It's more about, let's do my squats, now let's do my leg presses so that I get complete muscle development. There are some machines that train certain functions of a muscle that you literally can't do with a barbell. So a perfect example of this would be something like leg extensions and hamstring curls. I've talked about these exercises before. They're really good exercises. I think everybody should be doing them. You can do things like sissy squats or Nordic curls to kind of train these same functions, but leg extensions and hamstring curls are extremely beginner friendly. Anybody can do these. You just got to sit down in the machine and it's pretty easy to set up. That's another benefit of machines in general is they don't require a lot of setup. They don't really require as much coordination and preparation for actually starting the exercise. So if you're bench pressing or squatting or whatever, you have to mentally prepare yourself to do the exercise. You've got to make sure you've got your hands on the bar in the correct place. Whereas if you're in a machine, you just kind of sit down and go. And if it's a machine that's not plate loaded, you don't even have to stack weights on anything. You just have to move the little pin down and select the weights that you want to use. It's so much easier and it can save you a lot of time. At the same time, machines can be kind of awkward to get into. It depends on where you go. So some machines can be really difficult to use if you're a taller person. They've got the fixed handles on them. So on a barbell, you can adjust where your hands are placed on the bar based on how long your arms are. If you're a taller guy and you've got longer arms, you can grip the bar a little bit wider. But if you get into a machine, you're forced to put your hands on the handles as they are. One thing barbells and dumbbells have that machines don't is the fact that free weights are really universal. So it really doesn't matter what gym you go to, a barbell is a barbell, as long as they have good equipment, right? You can go to one gym on the other side of your town that has completely different machines that you hate, or you can go to another gym like 10 miles away and they have amazing equipment, really good machines that you love. It kind of depends. You really don't know what you're getting into when you step into a new gym as far as what the machines have to offer. But you know that no matter what gym you're going to, if it's a bigger gym and you know they have free weights, you can just do whatever you've been doing at the other gym because it's just free weights. I mentioned earlier how machines are really stable, and that is absolutely true. You can push really hard on a machine exercise without having to worry about your coordination or anything like that. I know as you're pushing really hard with dumbbells or a barbell, sometimes you can press in an uneven motion or you kind of move your body awkwardly because you have to be coordinated and you have to move your body through space, whereas with a machine, you can push really hard and you're kind of locked in, so you don't have to worry about that coordination. And then on the other hand, that's kind of a drawback as well. Because you're so locked in, you don't really have the freedom to move your body in the way that you want to. So that's kind of like I said earlier, if you're someone who doesn't really fit into the machine, you can't really adjust that machine to fit your body. I think the difference in training with barbells versus dumbbells matters a lot less than the difference between training with free weights in general versus machines. So it doesn't matter a whole lot whether you choose to use dumbbells or barbells. Just understand that one is not necessarily better than the other. If you're a strength-oriented person, then absolutely you should be using a barbell because that's going to be how you lift the most weight. It's going to make you the strongest faster than dumbbells will. Some exercises like curls are just more fun to do with dumbbells. At the end of the day, guys, you want to train in a way that you enjoy, because we can sit here and analyze these things all day long, but you know, when you get down into the tiny little details with stuff like this, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. The point of this video is not to make you overthink and overanalyze what you're currently doing. I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts and talk about how different tools can give you different things, and that it's good to be open to trying different training tools rather than just dogmatically sticking to a barbell or only machines or, you know, whatever it is that you're a big fan of. I'm a big fan of free weights. I love free weight training. Barbells and dumbbells are the way to go for me. I think it's fun to just get into the gym and sling some weights around. You might be the exact opposite. You might really want the stable exercises like machines, and that's perfectly fine. Just understand that there is no perfect training tool. There's some things machines do better than barbells and vice versa, and you just have to experiment with your training and just be consistent with whatever it is you're doing. That's pretty much all I have for you today in this video. So if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on the gains. Follow me on Instagram at Athletic Body Systems, and please check out my website, athleticbodysystems.com. Alright guys, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.